This here's from far out, and it appears some fans of Patti Smith, at least a couple in the media or whatever, aren't fans of Johnny Depp, and they were so disappointed that Johnny played with Patti Smith. A fan's lament, my struggles reconciling Patti Smith's relationship with Johnny Depp. Some gigs are dreams, like Patti Smith playing Horses in its entirety with her old band in London to celebrate the album's 50th anniversary. But some dreams can also break your heart. Oh no, what's wrong? I was gifted a CD of Horses when I was 17. I'd recently finished rereading Just Kids for the however manyth time after buying it by chance as a teenager with no prior knowledge of who Smith was. Instantly, though, she was an idol. I pored over her writing and her story, and then I pored over her music and the lyric book, including her introductory poem where she writes about the feel of horses long before horses enter the scene. Whoa, that's so poetic. No offense. I'm a big Johnny fan, but I don't really know who Patti Smith is. She seems, I don't know, like an old rocker that Johnny likes or liked, but like compared to her, Johnny is like 100 million times more famous than she is, like literally by number. So it's like, come on, you should be happy he's playing with her. Every fan of hers should. This was music like nothing I'd ever heard before. Glory was electrifying. Break It Up was dramatic. Birdland was utterly astonishing. I'm going to check those out, you know what, just to see how astonishing and unique they are compared to some other stuff of the time, like, I don't know, Zeppelin, Beatles, Pink Floyd, just saying. Really, she implored me to live the life I do now and this job, and in my other writing, even in my other choice of holidays, as I pilgrimage to New York just to go to the Chelsea Hotel. All this to say that I love Patti Smith, her influence on my life and the lives of so many others, all dancing in their seats, and at all the other venues she's entered for decades now, is insurmountable. What a big word. Congratulations. So for many, she's a beacon of good things. So how do you reconcile it when she does something bad? Oh no, what's that bad thing? And by the way, dumbass, you respect her so much, how about taking her fucking opinion on something if you respect her so much? I'll get back to that. I really did want to keep focus on the gig here. It was incredible. Smith played with more energy I've ever seen her embody, as those 1970s songs clearly still invoke her 1970s self. Okay, she was in the 70s, a little bit past the Beatles, but not past Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, but still comparable. Seeing many of the tracks live for the first time also felt revelatory. Suddenly, I could see right there in front of me how insane Lenny Kaye is going on the guitar throughout almost the entirety of Birdland. It must have been insane. I'll have to check that out. And here we go. Smith and Depp are friends, fine. If she wants to personally align herself with the actor, despite it being proven that she knew about the allegations brought against Depp during texts shown in court, fine. Allegations proven false. We could make a song better than Patti Smith's about it. But given the controversy of the figure, I fail to understand why she would spoil the end of a celebratory and magical night by being so needlessly divisive. The toxic impact of Johnny Depp is something the world has yet to fully unpack. Well, when Daedrica comes out next year, we'll try to think about unpacking that as we all watch the movie. And then she goes into, of course, the UK, how it was proven by the civil standard that no one saw behind closed doors that the Sun's reporting was substantially true. But then, when billions of people watched the trial and came to the opposite conclusion, some of us, let's just say, low IQ people still trust the private case behind closed doors. Now, Depp is back on stage while Heard remains largely out of sight and hiding. Well, that could be debated. If Amber was offered the right part with studios behind her, The media's behind her for a comeback. With a big paycheck, she would take it in a split fucking second. She did a play. She was happy about it. If that play happened to be bigger, with more famous people, she wouldn't be complaining. She's not in hiding by choice. It sends a chilling, sickening, and disgusting message. Spin can overpower substance, and charm can erase violence. That the entertainment industry comes to embrace abusive men is depressingly familiar, but watching one of your own heroes hold hands and cheer them on is its own kind of heartbreak. Oh, I'm so sorry you had that little heartbreak. I walked out of the concert last night, and so did many others, all gathering in the hallway outside and sharing upset and anger. The crowd split in an awkward two, with half of the choir screaming out, "What the fuck," or booing Depp. I'm sorry. Oh man, what idiots. All right, I'll get to my point in a second. It was a sour and strange end that is hard to rectify. Can I still call that the best gig of my life when I walked out devastated? That's something to unpack. Okay. Here's the thing. I guess this person here is about my age. She must be like in her 40s or something if she got that Patti Smith CD when it came out in the 70s. But in the 70s, I wasn't born yet until, later in the 70s. So she might be in her 50s, older than me. So here's what I want to say. When you value someone's opinion so much, when you think they're such a genius, they've done such beautiful, great things to change your life, like for me, the Beatles, and now specifically Paul McCartney still alive, just fucking maybe you should think about the connection you have with that person and say, you know what? Maybe Patti Smith, who I've admired and loved and cherished her music for like 30 or 40 fucking years, is right about Depp, and I'm wrong because I'm me, and this is the person who I've found to be fucking amazing my whole life. But you got to think, well, you know what? I'm me, and the UK was right, and Patti Smith must be wrong. Fuck Depp. You idiot. I'm so happy that moment got ruined for you because you're so fucking stupid not to think about what Patti Smith is thinking. Sorry, sweetheart. Why don't you go unpack it a little more and keep unpacking it for the next year? And when Daydrinker comes out, why don't you unpack it then when people see Daydrinker? And most likely, it gets some pretty good reviews. Keep unpacking. You've been unpacking Patti Smith since the 1970s, and you think she's amazing. So why the fuck do you think she'd be so stupid to have Depp on stage if she wasn't right about Depp and other people weren't right about Depp being the victim? All right. Have a nice unpack, sweetheart. It's going to be a long one. And also, it's going to be an infinite one. Because you'll never be able to unpack what's not fucking there. All right. This was funny, irritating, but ultimately satisfying. Let me know what you think. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time. And yeah, Lucy, one more time. Happy fucking unpacking.